All right. So we're going to talk about house knotting. After you do the 5,000 hours of these knots in multiple shapes, sizes, and color or version of red, and you know that you've like created your Mother Mary womb, you've bound literally the Rapello Squibtum charm into your aura, into the Clipith. Woohoo! So now we're like, I'm not a squib for 5,000 hours. I'm not a squib. Not a squib. Not a squib. So you're also like grinding the red ray into your Clipith. Okay. So 5,000 hours of this. And they look like they're the 4-strand octopus. We're going to go after that. Maybe we do an art installation with it. I'm going to try to do Glastonbury. My goal is to get Glastonbury done for Christmas and the Dragon Circle at Hyde Park so that it would just be covered with the Rapello Squibtum. All right, so next we do this, our house colors. Now, this is not that great of blue. Like, this is not a normal Ravenclaw blue, but it's kind of almost perfect. You see? It's kind of light for the Ravenclaw blue. You might want, like, the darker blue. Maybe you want both shades. And then there's this. So this kind of looks like silvery, pearly gray, but it's kind of white. So this feels like, when I opened it up, it just felt like it wasn't right. Let me say this again. It felt like it wasn't right. This is acceptable and still is off. And then this one is like kind of on, and I can feel that it's not, it's like against the law. And this is a really important component of Ravenclaw, because it's Raven see the law, is that I know that the dimension taps out at this ribbon. And it does really good still with this blue. So now I have to go outside of my comfort zone and buy the right correct, it's like silver or sparkly silver or pearly gray. So those are acceptable color frequencies for this. Now we're going to talk about the knotting. Oh my God. So you know how we did this, like they're really like the little Rapello Squibtum, and they're 4 strands. We're now going to create the giant puff balls of house knotting. And we're going to go through an entire demonstration on how, but look how rad that looks. Yay, that took an hour. Let me say this again. It took an hour to create this. Oh my God, yay. Do you see this? Yay. So we're going to do the pom-poms. So it starts to look like we do it, and it looks like this. We're going to go over the demonstration, and then we start it. Those are the long streamers. We're going to have streamers also. So it's 2 components of DNA. It's the pom-poms, the balls. There are 3 things. There are the cheap little squid, like the blue octopuses, which are the smaller version of this, like the 4-strand. So those are the cheap ones, and we just do a few of them and a few small ones and make sure that we get that done right and well. So we're going to go over, so we have the streamers, which are the really long things. So these we also refer to as the dragon tails. So they're the really long, and sometimes, so what we'll do is like we'll hook them on top of each other and then add more. So it creates long, long braids that end up in the Clipith. There are dragon tails. And we also do that in the red Rapello-Squibtem DNA also. Don't ever forget. So like if you have a wand, you might have a lot of the braids, the really long streamers on your wand from just the Rapello-Squib. All right. So what we're gonna do, we get 12 of these. And this is like 1.5 feet. Let me say this again. It's like 1.5 feet. Okay, 12 of them. And then we have one of them that's a little bit longer than the rest of them, maybe a couple inches longer. 2 inches. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a stick where we can just anchor all our knots and keep them together in one little nice area. See how easy it is when I have something to like tie it to? And then I can like, look. Now I can knot this onto something else so it's like an ornament. You see that? Like it's a nice little pom ball. Oh my God. 5,000 hours for each house color. This is after the Rapello-Squibtem. We're making this video now, not like you guys are really smart and you might want to do maybe a house color a little bit on your wand and just kind of hold it there while you do all your other stuff. See what it does. Sometimes we like to just test, and then we're going to go back to the Rapello-Squibtem because none of this really matters unless our red ray is anchored. I'm having a problem putting it back on. Oh my God, the streamers are amazing. So what it ends up looking like is going to be like actual DNA. I have Ravenclaw DNA with in between the streamers and the pom-poms. Here we go, our actual DNA molecules being knotted into the flesh via earth element. So I will have full-on Rapello-Squibtem DNA and then full-on Ravenclaw DNA in the earth element through the bottom of the clipeth. Okay, so we knot it so we have like a double knot here so it's tight. So we have like a vagina hole. So now we can start sticking our So I'm going to show you how to make it really quick. Just your pom-poms. And what you learn is that the color frequency matters. So can we do these big pom-poms for the Rapello-Squibtem charm also? Yeah. You're going to be creating like this, you're going to be creating a giant like womb goo with it will be everywhere. You can do very long streamers, pom-poms, and most of it should be like the basic 4-strand. So this is going to represent your 24-strand DNA. So that from every angle, from every single angle, you will have the Hesed house, this Hesed sphere, and you'll have the Chokmah sphere afterward, and you will have full-on Ravenclaw DNA, at least 10,000 hours of it, grounded into the earth element. Let me say this again. After the Rapello-Squibtem, we will have 10,000 hours of Ravenclaw knotting. After that, and that should be at least like 10 to 15 years. let me say this again. The whole process should be about 15 to 20 years. After about that, then you're going to do your 7th house colors. This is where you're like an Auror or a doctor level version. And you're in the higher spheres of life. And the 7th house colors are fascinating. So, like if you're going to go to a magical law school, or if you're going to go to a magical medical school, and it's nothing like the modern mystery school doing etheric surgery. It will be like actual physical bone repair with a wand. Or something better and it's miraculously practical. So we'll only start at the baseline of ability and then work our way up. So it will be like an actual medical school that integrates metaphysics instead of the reverse. Period. So we start with Andrew Weil, and then if you can think of surgeons that are like integrative medicine practitioners, naturopaths are all right, and then you go up higher into the higher intelligence spheres. The point is that as we progress as ascended masters, we look at something like Harvard Medical School and we go, I can, instead of that's too challenging because I'm just a spiritual person. So that's like there is no such thing as Ravenclaw if you can't go to like an education. Like if you can't get a real formal education, like can't, or won't is a little different. That's like my flavor preference is that I want to become a ninja instead. And then you're going to find out you should have gone to law school and become a ninja. Yeah. So there are things that we understand as we age in life. Okay, so here are our 2 pom-poms. So like this length ends up looking like this length as you cut it in half. So we're going to go through one little demonstration. And then this is our 24 strands of DNA. And again, these are our long DNA strands. So we cut them in half, up the middle, and then we braid it. Okay. Okay, let's count, because I see one that's missing down here. So I'm going to go, oh my God, it's everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Let's verify that we have 24 strands on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's where it went. Oh, wait, 22, and then we have a little thing here, so that's off. Let's count that again. So we have the little one that's already done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, we're good. So it was one off. All right. get this out of my visual way. So we're going to take this one at the top right here. All right, so we're going to cut it up the middle. And we're gonna just tie it. And it, again, one of these poms takes an hour. Now we're also gonna do all different sizes. So this is like the medium to big size. And you would do the smaller ribbons because we're working at micro levels. Let me say this again. The smaller the ribbon, the more power it actually has because we're working at micro cellular levels. So this is kind of a big and clunky spell. Let me say this again. Pixie dust is fine. So the finer the octopus knots, it's not about the mass in the big clunky. It's actually about the amount of refined intention that you actually have. So if you like sniffed this, it wouldn't go up your nose. If you sniffed some of the smaller micro spells, that could go up your nose, and that it could actually mutate. It can mutate like it's a virus or something. That's actually what we're doing. This is our Ravenclaw virus. That's what we're creating. This is our Ravenclaw virus, and we do this for 5,000 hours. And this is this is like the medium to big size. We shouldn't have it much bigger than like maybe it's 1.5 inches ribbon. But this should be the big, medium to big size. All right. I think we have said enough. That's it. Calling around out.